Welcome back. My name is Miguel Valenzuela and you're watching Creative Thinkers. Today, as always, we bring you a special guest, but today it's somebody that you might know. His name is Evan George Vourazeris, and he is a motivational speaker and an actor. And you guys might know him as Tuck from Ozark. Evan, I want to welcome you here because I know that you're a very busy individual and I have a lot of questions. So I always start off by kind of getting to know the guest a little bit. One of the things that I want to ask you is, how in the world did you grow up as an individual?
Through my parents that love me just the way I am as a person. My mom and my dad raised me to be a fine young man. And it wasn't easy for my parents, but they had faith. And that I could do all things since I was little, growing up, to my teenage years, and to my adult years. And so my mom, my dad, my dad's listening from heaven, so I love my dad.
May you rest in peace.
My dad was my father. He was my movie partner. Mm-hmm. We always go to the movies together. And we did a lot of things as a family, and I miss that everyday life. I miss that, and he's listening. I know he is, and I know he's proud of me, and I'm proud of myself too.
Absolutely.
And yeah.
One of the other things that I find very interesting about what you've done in your life is how successful you've been as an individual. But one of the things that I wanted to ask you for our audience to get a better understanding is, what exactly is having Down syndrome? Can you explain that so our audience can understand a little bit better?
So Down syndrome is an extra copy 21.
Okay.
It's a chromosome. Mm-hmm. Most people with disabilities, like myself, I have Down syndrome, and most people, it's hard. And how? It's because that's why we need education, mm-hmm. because to think with our brains, mm-hmm. and it's hard. There's days that I forget things, right. And it's not only people with disabilities.
I forget things all the time.
Also adults too.
Yeah.
So, but most people with disabilities have a really hard time. Sometimes they get emotional, but they need guidance, mm-hmm. from a teacher or a parents, a spouse, or your mom and dad to help you, a teacher, a mentor, mm-hmm. Somebody that can help them, because sometimes they need help, mm-hmm. and sometimes as an adult I need help, and there's days that I had to do it on my own, but that's why I go to speech therapy, mm-hmm. at UTEP, because I want to be better as a motivational speaker.
Right.
I want to be better speaking to an audience.
Right.
People in the audience, so I have a good following. Mm-hmm. Because I want people to be motivated, and being little to my teenage years to my grown-up years. I hold that grudge that I can do good, mm-hmm. for the United States.
Right.
Because my dream is to be a motivator, mm-hmm. of not just one city, not just two cities, but more states. Mm-hmm. And that's my dream. I've been dreaming that for a long time. I want to be somebody that motivates.
How did you get into that mindset though? Like, how does one say, I'm going to be a motivational speaker because I've gone through maybe some trials and tribulations, or is it something you just aspired to do from the get-go?
No, well, there's two main people. Mm-hmm. My brother is everything. Like, my brother is a doctor, I'm an actor, and we both have a story to tell. My brother talks about medical. For me, I speak acting, mm-hmm. and motivating people, telling them what they're to be happy with yourself, what your mindset in your mind to prosper every dream that you have, and what it takes to climb up the ladder. And that's what I like to do, is motivate them to prosper their dreams. And that's, having a disability doesn't define me, who I am as a person. And,
Absolutely.
And I heard this phrase from an actor named, if you haven't heard, the Peanut Butter Falcon. Zach said something last weekend at the gala. I'm not Zach. He said, I'm Zach. I have Down syndrome, but nothing defines me, who I am as a person. And I always say the same exact thing about myself. Nothing defines me, who I am as a person. I'm gonna live my dream no matter where it takes me, if it's the ladder or if it's reaching for my stars.
You know, what's interesting about what you just said is the fact that you as an individual, because you're a fantastic individual, the very first time I met you was at one of the jobs that you have, which is at an ice cream shop local here, right, in El Paso. And I was just taken aback by how friendly you were. I was like, wow, you know, this is amazing. I've never gotten greeted the way that you greeted me on that day. But you do so many things, and amongst those things is you act. How did you start acting?
So,
what was the catalyst for that?
So that one is a good story to tell. One of my friends that attended filmmaking school, the Art Institute of Houston. Shout out to Anna Brudel. Anna is one of my good friends,
Cool.
church friends. She inspired me because she knew I had talent. She knew that I can live my dream, and a good friend. When she attended the Art Institute to be a filmmaker, she was looking for an actor for her projects.
Okay, cool.
And she couldn't find anybody. Say, maybe I can ask Evan.
As simple as that.
Simple as that. Ask Evan. So, hey Evan, do you want to be a part of my project? I'm doing a student project. I need an actor, and I was thinking about you. Say, sure.
What was that part? What did you do?
So I was a character named, my character name was Jesus.
Really?
It was a Christian short film.
Uh-huh.
So it's about Jesus. You know, Jesus, I'm sorry, but I am Catholic. But so there was a young man in church that didn't believe of anything. He didn't believe in his religion. He didn't believe what he wanted in life. But Jesus was telling him, you need to be happy.
So do you inspire in the same way then?
I inspire that.
That's what you're trying to do as well then.
Yeah, and you know, I'm happy just who I am as a person. You know, I'm thankful to be myself. And I'm thankful for my parents for helping me get through my life growing up as a person. They helped me with schooling, through education. My mom means the world to me, even though that my dad's not around anymore. But like, my parents were very supportive of me.
That's beautiful.
And that will never change. Even though my dad's not around, my mom, very supportive. She's my momager, takes care of everything for me. Even though I have a big team, my mom is included on the team because she is my momager. She takes care of everything that I do with my acting.
That's beautiful. And one of the things, obviously, we're in a show called Creative Thinker, so one of the most important things is, what is creativity to you? Because as an actor, you must be creative. As a motivational speaker, you must be creative. What exactly does that mean to you?
Creative thinking is the best thing I could ever have. I like to be creative. Like, an example, my cousin was an actor. And that's how I got inspired too, because he became an actor. He was in Twilight Eclipse as a newborn vampire. But for the longest time before I became an actor, because my friend that attended the Arts Institute of Houston, my cousin was the first one that I ever become an actor first. Because of him. We talked about acting all the time. And I got it through him, and it inspired me. I felt inspired by his talks. And what creative thinking, like when I think creative, it's about art. It's about, creating your own character and making the character come to life.
Right.
And because you're not Evan no more. You're the character. Whatever the character is doing, you are him.
Right.
You're not Evan anymore. You're Ben. And whatever Ben does, that's what Ben is doing. Not Evan is doing. When Evan enters Ben, I'm Ben. And whatever Ben is doing, I'm gonna follow what Ben is doing.
So creativity is really important, right? One of the other things that you do is you, I guess, help motivate individuals. One, what types of individuals are you trying to motivate, if there is an audience specifically? And two, what is it that you talk about? How do you motivate people?
I motivate people, all people. This is the best thing about Hollywood, is that Hollywood filmmakers, directors, producers, want actors with disabilities, like have Down syndrome, to be in the films. That's the best thing. Like, I know quite a few people that were in a show called Champions that was in theaters. And everybody in that movie have Down syndrome.
Really?
And
wait, is that the basketball movie?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
With the
I watched that
Harold,
not too long ago. Yeah.
I forgot the name of the main actor.
Yes, but I know. Woody Harrelson.
Woody Harrelson.
Yes, that's right. Yeah.
But everybody there has Down syndrome, and they have the same agency as I do. So, but it's not only champions. Everybody, that's what directors want. They want more people with disabilities to be part of the films, and that's the best thing. Back in the days, they didn't do that, but now it's 2024. It's happening, and making their dreams come true.
Yes, that's one of the most important things. And then what I wanted to say is how you inspire these people. When you talk to them, are you telling them that their dreams are important? Are you telling them that they have dreams, or that they can do these things that they think they can't do?
They can't do all things.
Explain. Sometimes people don't understand that concept.
All things are possible. It doesn't matter.
Agree.
If you have a disability, you can do anything what your heart sets on. You can do anything what your mind sets to. You can do anything through yourself and make yourself happy, make your heart happy. Because if I can do it, all people can do it.
What do you mean by that? Because that's actually very interesting.
Because even though people don't know me, who's Evan? I'm, as Evan, I like to motivate. And number two is that they can do anything what their heart sets on. And I like to motivate, having Down syndrome, motivating them so they can, I don't know if they're actors. I don't know if they want to become actors. They want to do something else.
Yeah, maybe they just want to get a regular job but succeed in life, right?
Yeah.
It really doesn't matter. I think what's most important is that they have somebody that can guide them in the same way that you had your parents to guide you.
Yeah.
Now you have become the person that guides, correct?
Yes.
How do you feel about that?
It feels good. It feels good to be that person, because God put me here on this earth. I have a story to tell. And that's what my brother tells me all the time. I have a story to tell. And I do, because I love my brother. My brother means the world to me. My dad. And my mom. My mom's still alive, but we live together, and I love my mother like it's a son I could ever have in my life. And I know my dad wanted that for us as a family before he left.
You know what's one of the interesting things is I actually watched an interview that you were in prior to this interview. I don't know when it was. It may have been a year ago, may have been 3 years ago. But one of the things that you commented on was you commented on one event that happened was that you went to go watch a movie with your dad or something like that. And your dad said something to the effect like, do you want to be an actor? And
Yes.
you said, yeah, I can be an actor. And then you became an actor.
I remember that.
How does that happen?
So
Not like you've already kind of told us the story, but was there something inside of you that changed on that day?
yes, so me and my dad had a bonding, and that bonding was going to the movies. We love going to the movies, and we will pick a weekend because the weeks were kind of hard because he had a job. So we will pick a weekend, and out of that weekend, if it's Saturday or Sunday, we will go to see a movie. And one time, I was sitting in the theater looking at my favorite actors, like Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, Kevin Hart. When I saw that on TV, I never knew I was going to work with Jason Bateman.
Right.
That was a part of Central Intelligence. So, like, when I got Ozark, Jason Bateman, awesome. Like,
You're watching them on the movie screen one day, and then one other day you're like actually talking to them.
but the best thing about that, Miguel, is that I tell my dad in the theater, because sometimes we have to be quiet. Son, shh. And he told me this, whatever you want to do, I believe in you. You can get there. You can be on that big theater screen, but right now, you're not on there. But later on in the future, you will get there. Because I believe in you. You have that energy as an actor. You can get there. But right now, we need to watch the movie. We need to watch that movie.
Which you did, but then eventually you got into acting. Once you're in acting, what is that world like? I'm sure it's very different.
It's different, you know, and I took many acting classes in Houston before finding a new coach here in El Paso.
Okay.
And I had Crystal Martinez for a very long time as her actor alumni out of Houston. There's so many actors from her class that are alumni doing their thing in LA. And she's very proud of us. And I'm, you know, when I think about it, I think about I'm alumni, and I'm still at it. I'm going for it and reaching for my stars every day. Sometimes I have my ups and downs, but I'm not gonna let that it's not gonna define me who I am. It's gonna make me stronger and stronger and stronger.
Lift you up, right?
And lift me up and be the best who I am. Being an actor, being a motivator, is helping me grow. And helping me grow is gonna make me success. Helping, you know, with Joanna, helping her daughter Ariel soon. Maybe we can gather together and do something together as a team.
Absolutely. I think that's important. Team players are always the people that end up succeeding the best, I think. I agree with that. One of the things that you said that you have coming up is you're going to be part of the Special Olympics in some way. What exactly is that event going to be?
So it's awesome. I did it last year too.
Okay.
So last year, let me take a sip. Last year, I was a part of the Special Olympics. All the celebrities will get together to support Seattle, Washington's Special Olympics.
Okay.
Support the Olympians. and their team is called Harbor Hawks. HARBOR Hawks. Gray, so it's Gray, GRAY, Harbor Hawks. Gray Harbor Hawks.
Okay.
And that's their team name, and they're Olympians, and it's that
And
time.
this is in basketball. Basketball, okay.
And it's
Sounds exciting already.
it's the time of year in March for the Olympics, and it's happening with us celebrities, not just myself, but with Gerald Smiley, a retired MLB Texas Ranger, baseball player, pitcher. There's more celebrities going to be there, like some boxers from MMA, from a coach from Oregon State University as an assistant coach is playing. Trey Simmons. Now, yeah, I remember. Mr. and Mrs. Seahawk, the fans that always paint their face.
Oh, okay.
Are going to be there to support, and there's a lot more celebrities going to be there. I don't know who all is going to be there. All I know is it's going to be a great event, VIP. So if you pay $30, you get to experience the VIP section along with the VIP celebrities getting autographs and hanging out, chit-chatting with the celebrities. But if you get general admission, you can't talk to celebrities.
Oh, okay.
That's just how they are doing
That
it.
works, right?
This is their event. I'm just blessed that they will fly me out.
I'm excited for that. I'm sure it's going to be a great and awesome experience for you. One of the last things that I ask my guests is to give our viewing audience some advice. What advice can you give us that will help whoever's watching us at the time better their lives? Because you are a motivational speaker,
Yes.
so now you have an audience to say something.
So everybody that's listening on creative thinkers, be creative. Like, never give up on your dreams. Always pause for that dream, and don't let other people tell you you cannot do it, because you can. There's a lot. Yes, you're gonna have ups and downs. Yes, it's gonna be hard. Nobody says it's hard. You have to make it your own. If you have a family of 4 or 5, think about the people that's in your family, and don't think about anybody else other than your family. These kids that you have in your family that have some type of disability or non-disability, love them just the way who they are as people, and it's a blessing to have a family.
100%.
It's a blessing to have what you have in your household. And sometimes you're gonna, fight and all that, but
It's part of life.
it's life.
It's part of life.
and just realize, he is my child. She is my daughter, and I'm gonna love my daughter just the way she is. I'm gonna love my son the way that he is, not just because what he looks like. It's just because of the heart. The heart says it all.
100%.
Yes.
One of the other things that I always try to ask my guests is, as you're growing up, when you're learning things, those things allow you to become who you are. As you were growing up, were there any other mentors aside from your mother or your father that really helped you kind of see your potential?
Yes.
Who was that?
So there's a lot of mentors. Let's start with Crystal Martinez. Crystal was a mentor, and I miss that. I miss Houston, and ever since moving here, was hard. because I was connected to that film family that I had, that connection. But now moving to El Paso, I made a big connection, like working at Gozo's ice cream shop. I found me an acting coach that, two of them. Let's start with Hope Martinez. Hope Martinez was my first acting coach, and she still is. I always think about the good that she has done, like her film, Gloria. That's going to be seen all over the country soon. And I'm very happy for her that she found Apollo to be her main actor in her film, Gloria. And not only Hope, I found me an acting coach that I work with, my shift manager, Poppy. And I didn't know she was an actor. I didn't know she was a coach, and she had an acting class. And but sure enough, the general manager, Adam Terrace, introduced me to another actress that is a shift manager at Gozo's, and I was very fortunate and happy that I found a person that can help me with my career, with auditions, videotaping me, submitting my auditions, getting them on time to my agents.
So just kind of getting everything together, right?
Yep.
So one last thing, there is a way for people to get a hold of you.
Yes.
How do they?
So I do have handles.
Okay, tell us.
I have TikTok.
Okay.
I have Instagram.
Okay.
I have Snapchat. I have Twitter. And usually I don't use my personal page, but you always can follow my actors page on Facebook.
And what is that?
It's like updates. I post updates of what I'm doing as a motivator and what I'm doing this weekend, letting people know what I'm up to and all the updates and all the great things that I'm doing here in El Paso.
Kind of like all the up-to-date things that you do over and over again, like your new acting gig, your new event that you're going to and whatnot, right?
Yep, and I want to tell people in the audience that are listening, I support everybody. So it's A&A All the Way Foundation with Aaron Jones. I support Every Little Blessing Preschool with Jessica. I'm a board member for the Down Syndrome Coalition for El Paso, working at Gozo's that hires people with developmental disabilities for hirements, for them to have an opportunity to work.
Beautiful.
Yep.
And I want to thank you, Evan, for taking the time to come out here and literally tell us a little bit about yourself. I hope you enjoyed yourself.
I did. I had a blast.
Awesome.
Thank
and I
you.
want to thank you guys for, coming back and watching our show. We always love to have you guys watch because we're always having these super special guests that we can learn from. So I want to thank you guys for doing that. Again, my name is Miguel Valenzuela. And if you guys need to get a hold of me, you guys can email me at mvalen31@epcc.edu. And we will see you guys next time. Thank you very much.